So hopefully you've written and rewritten your script. So essentially you've got a blueprint for your movie. Now it's time to take your blueprint and your budget and make a battle plan.
Round one, fight!
Hello, my name is Robert Higgins, and whether you're just finding these videos or you're following along, the first round of our Cinema Challenge series is dedicated to the definitive guide for how to make a movie for $1,000. First of all, if you've gotten this far, can I just say congratulations? Making a budget is hard work. Writing a script is hard work. Birthing a movie is hard work. We make these videos in fast, digestible chunks, but in no way do I want to diminish the work that is taking you to get even this far. That was my long-winded way of saying that I think that you're a badass. Now, let's get on to this week's topic. In the film world, there's a job called a line producer. And in pre-production, their job is to organize how to shoot the script and transform it into a movie. The line producer plans start dates for everyone and everything and monitors the budget and lead up to the movie. This is where we're at right now, essentially the end of the beginning of pre-production. Now that you have a script that you want to shoot, your first order of business is to do a script summary. The script summary is an actual report of total assets and general information that you're going to need to make the film now that the script is mostly finalized. How many pages did you land on? How many locations do you have? How many pages do you need each location for? Then go back and run the same numbers for characters as well as significant props and wardrobe. How many characters do you have? Do you need extras? How many? Do you have significant props and wardrobe that you need to supply? Do you need duplicates? Also, you want to note the journey of these elements as well. For instance, if you have a bridesmaid's dress that gets steadily worse until it shreds in the third act, you need to be specific about the state of the dress in every scene that you need it for. You also want to clock potential time jumps in seasons. If your movie starts at Thanksgiving and ends at Christmas, there's going to be significant changes over time for everything: characters, props, wardrobe, etc. Finally, you'll need to note the time and day of individual scenes. How many scenes take place during the day? How many scenes are supposed to take place at night? I say night in quotes because with the right lighting and some trash bags on the windows, you can actually turn day into night. But this may lead to additional expenses like additional lighting, trash bags, and tape. Now, using this information, you should be able to construct a rough schedule. You want to further break down your script summary so that you can scene match and schedule your elements per location and time of day. Don't be a slave to shooting in order. It does help the actor's process, but at the end of the day, logistics trumps overall. Remember how we broke things down by pages in an earlier episode? Here's a refresher. Here's another rule of thumb. Most scenes in movies are about 2 pages long. They don't have to be, but just go with me here. 90 minutes, which is standard movie length, means there are about 45 scenes in a movie. With your script at a maximum of 20 or 80 pages, that's about 10 or 40 scenes for you. Now look at your locations. How many scenes do you need them for? At 2 pages per scene, you can actually rough out how many days you need that location. For example, let's say you're using your house as a location. You're using it for 10 scenes at 2 pages per scene. That's 20 pages or 2 days of work if you're shooting 10 pages a day. Now go back and apply the same cinemath to actors, crew, props, wardrobe, and food. It should be said here that we're basing this off of an 8-hour shooting day. Yes, you can shoot for longer, but most of your cast and crew is probably getting into this for free or close to free, and you don't want to be the person who exploits people. People have lives and day jobs and families, and let's be honest, after 8 hours, it's really a game of diminishing returns. I know this may seem like work that you've already done, but the truth is this is a process of refining over and over until your details are ironclad. You're working with an actual script now as opposed to your beat sheet. Details have probably changed, and they'll change again once you've got your cast and crew and their schedules, as well as your locations and their availability. So for example, let's break down the movie that we're shooting alongside this series that we've titled Sex Like Pizza. Our script is roughly 72 pages with 7 locations and 2 lead actors, 1 extra, and 6 significant prop and wardrobe assets. We use that script summary to break it down per location and decided on a 6-day shooting schedule. We also determined, due to logistics like the phone needing a lot of light, that all shoots will be daytime shoots. The story was likewise designed to allow for any potential time jumps where an actor might change their appearance, since we're shooting on weekends over several months. I'm about to put up a graphic of our rough schedule, but I think it's important to recognize that when my wife and I started out this thing, it was on a piece of paper like this. And all we did is sit down with the current draft of the script to go over it with a fine-tooth comb for details. But we gotta break this sucker down to the foundations because it's gonna give us answers to questions that potential collaborators are gonna ask us when they sign on. This is how you act as your own line producer for your $1,000 movie. And unfortunately, it is very tedious, unsexy work. But in terms of cast and crew, that's the subject for next week. So please like and subscribe, hit the bell so you get notified when we post. We're almost there, guys. Let's just keep it going. You've got work to do.
Jen.